everybody, Calm Biker here. To avoid that, somebody seems to have dropped a brush in the middle of the road. Just out for an evening adventure with Woody. If you're not a subscriber, that's Graham Calvert in front of me. His channel is, well, it changes name a lot, but at the moment it's Adventures with Woody. So I think tonight's video is going to be called Adventures with Woody and the Flying Strawberry. So that's Woody, that is his new bike. And he's taken quite a step down. And that's kind of the topic, that's what I want to talk about. Because he's taken a step down. He had a Suzuki GSX-F, I believe, 1250. Big old machine, big heavy thing. Plenty of guts, beautiful machine. I mean, if this chap ever sets up a bike valeting business, he'll earn a lot of money because he makes his bikes look beautiful. But he's now got this little 250 Chinese thing. Now, I've forgotten what it is. It's not the Sinis, but I think it's the same company. I've probably got that wrong. So I'm going to pull alongside him and tell you what it is. So it's a Pulse Maxis, is that, or is that just a sticker he's got? Pulse Adrenaline 250. So quite a step down. And although I haven't done a step down as such, I've got the two bikes now, and one of them obviously is a fire-breathing, ridiculous fun box, which is the Z1000, about 150 horses, and it gets through rear tyres quicker because it prefers to only stand on the rear. Apart from when you brake in, then it likes to stand on the front. And this 500cc Honda, which obviously is a lot less powerful. It's actually an A2 compliant bike. It's 46 horsepower or something, so about a third of the power of the Z1000. And when I looked at buying it, and I mentioned it, I took it for a test ride, and quite a few people said, won't be powerful enough for you. And that concerned me, but because, I'm just, I just don't care. I like to make my own stupid decisions and my own mistakes. I bought one anyway, and I really enjoy it. And it turns out that this bike doing 70 miles an hour can happily keep up with a Fireblade doing 70 miles an hour as well. Who knew? The Z1000 doing 70 is no quicker than this either. It's weird. I don't understand it, but turns out that's how physics works. So it's really made me think. It's really made me reconsider, because I went from a Z750R to a Z1000 for extra power in essentially the same frame and the same handling. And it really is. If anything, the Z750R handles a little bit better, or handled a little better. Obviously I don't have it anymore, because it was lighter. So the Z1000 handles as well, actually. I mean, let's not be silly. It handles as well, but it takes more effort. The reason I call it an animal is it's an animal. It's fast and it takes some strength to tame the thing, and it's hilariously good fun. But this is fantastic fun too. And I've been chatting with Graham because he's obviously gone through the same thing. He decided that for whatever reason, and everybody has their own reasons, but for whatever reason he decided that it was time to get rid of the big Suzuki and get himself on the little, what was it, Sinis? No, Pulse, no, whichever one it was. Sorry, I really apologise. I am absolutely awful with names of bikes and people. But he decided he would have that step down. And I think he went through the same thing of thinking, is it going to be powerful enough? He spent a long time having his adventures with Woody being quite short ones, because he was worried, is this bike going to get me up this big hill? Is it going to break down? All that kind of thing. With it being the Chinese thing as well, and all the things people say about Chinese bikes, I think that gave him a lot of worries too. But when you talk to him, when you see the glint in the eye when he talks about his little 250 as he calls it, Woody, you can tell he absolutely loves it. Yes, it's not fast. He says it tops out about 70 miles an hour, though we were having a chat about how you change the gearing to sort it out, and it looks like it's probably an easy change. It seems to be it's got its speed sensor on the front wheel, so really simple, you don't even have to faff about with your speedo. Talking about gearing to make it go quicker, he's talking about new tyres to make it handle better because he's got the weird nylon tyres on it. But all of that aside, you can tell he absolutely loves that little bike, and all power to him. I can see why. I remember a long time ago now, there is a video of it if you've not been watching my videos that long. I borrowed Yorkshire biker, he had a Honda Dillon little scooter, and I borrowed that, and I think he thought I was going to take it around the car park at Squires and then kind of give me back. But what I actually did was take it around the car park, then turned right and left the car park and took it down the twisty biker road that people who go to Squires Biker Cafe love. And it was superb. It was a 125. It had no power to it at all. It had no gears for you to play with, so you couldn't really control that. It was just a twist and go, but it was great fun. I pinned it basically, just pinned the throttle, didn't touch the brakes, and just went for it. And it loved it, and I loved it. So I've changed my mind completely. I don't think it matters anymore. If I had to give up one of my bikes, it would hurt me to give up the Z1000, but I wonder if that would be the one that would go. What do you think? What do you think about these low power bikes? I know there are people who've done iron butts on 125s, who've done land ends to John O'Groats on 125s. So you think about it that way. I mean, Graham's got one with twice the engine size of that. One cylinder, it's basically half of one of these engines, isn't it? But I think you can have a lot of fun on a low power bike, and it really has changed my mind about them. That said, I have no plans to get rid of the Z1000 because you can also have a lot of fun on a Z1000. The only difference being that I think you're a lot more likely to lose your license having a lot of fun on a Z1000 than you are on a CB500X, a Pulse, whatever it was, or even a Honda Dillon. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to carry on riding and enjoy my adventure with Woody and the Flying Strawberry. Thanks for watching everyone, ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.